Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we'll be learning about giant covalent bonding. In our previous video we covered simple covalent bonding, which was quite easy. But today's video is very interesting. It's about something that we might know, but we we don't have reasons for that. So let's just see. We're gonna study giant covalent bonding. One of the giant covalent bonding, when we talk about covalent bonding, we talk about compounds, we talk about molecules. So let's just take a compound. Okay, let's take graphite. Graphite is something that is used in our pencils, if you guys know. It is made up of one thing that is called carbon. Let's just see that what carbon does. Carbon has 4 electrons in its outermost shell, and it is something that cannot actually afford to make make 4 bonds, because according to what rules we have learned, it's not allowed, it's not possible. So what carbon does is that it makes bond, but it leaves 1 electron. For example, it's a carbon bond, it makes 1 bond. Sorry, okay, yeah, this got like bad. Okay, and this leaves this one, and also say we get this like this, we get bonds to bonds, and then eventually every carbon atom gets a bond. So like that, a structure is formed. Okay, a structure is formed where there is only 3 atoms, or you can say 3 electrons of carbon are 3 electrons of carbon are actually forming what? They're forming a bond which is called covalent bond. And why is this called giant covalent bond? Because it does not have only 1 carbon. It has a lot of carbons. Right? It has a lot of carbons, and that's why it is called giant molecule. Within that, we know this thing that if we see, like, if we have this, right? Let's just take a duplicate thing. It does not only have this one layer, it has multiple layers actually. And due to this multiple layers, the electrons attract each other. They have multiple layers. And due to these multiple layers, it's something that cannot be breaked. We learned before that it is brittle, it's soft, it can be broken easily. That's what we learned for the simple bonding. But in giant bonding, you cannot break it. Why? Because it has layers which cannot be broken. Right? It cannot be broken. Within that, graphite is actually something used for. Graphite is very soft. ठीक है, it's something that is very soft. You guys have seen pencil, तो जैसे हम लिखते हैं, it just gets like slippery, and it is actually used as lubrication. That is something that we all know. It's used as lubrication, or you can say it is used to remove friction, right? So what graphite does, it makes 3 bonds, and the 4th side is actually free. We know that the 3 electrons are in bond. 3 electrons are in bond, which means that 3 electrons are involved, which means the 4th electron is free. And when an electron is free, it means that it is a good conductor. So you guys can know this way that graphite is a good conductor of electricity. Okay, because electricity can move between the layers now. And what if we think hypothetically, not hypothetically eventually, because ये सच में होता है. What if carbon makes four bonds? Not fourth covalent bond. We have only three types of covalent bond. We have single, we have double, and then triple. We cannot make fourth bonding. But what if carbon makes single bonding but four times? And if carbon does that, like, in a way, I'm very bad at the structures, by the way. And if a carbon, really does that, if it really does that and it makes a bonding like that, what happens? A diamond is formed. And because of its layer, it's very hard. That's something we know. So it has high melting point and high boiling point. Diamond is actually used mainly for drilling, and of course, we all know the worth of diamond. It makes multiple bonds, and its structure is very important. Okay, so diamond, being something like this, is not good conductor. Why is it so? It is because diamond does not have a free electron. Everything that has a good conductivity, it is because it has a free electron. We've learned about metallic bonding, we learned about ionic bonding, right? We learned that metallic bonding has good conductivity. Every metal has a good conductivity. Why? Especially the transition metals. Why? Because it has free electrons. But if we talk about covalent bonding, it has free electrons in some cases when we talk about giant covalent, right? So, in that case, diamond is not a good conductor, while graphite is a good conductor. In your exam for IGCSE or probably Olevel, Cambridge, you have to learn these graphite and diamond structure. I mean, not learn how to make these, but actually know its qualities, attributes. How does they react? Why layers are important? What gives, like, for example, everything that is in the morning has a reason, such as in the graphite, the layers make it not easy to break it, makes it unbroken. And the free electron actually helps for good conductivity, so graphite can be widely used for that. So in exam, the examiner can ask about its uses, why the bonding is in a certain way. And if we talk about diamond, it might talk about why it's used, its structure, and how carbon makes four bond. It actually makes single covalent bond but four times. So that was all about my today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and got to know something. If you guys have any questions, just comment below. Thank you.